they've got some of the best sort of open field runners in world rugby. They've got guys in the forward pack that can mix it. They can offload. We've seen them in the URC over the last couple of seasons. A couple of players that play in Wales. And then the backline, obviously they've got attacking threats throughout their backline. So it's a real challenge for us defensively. It's one that we're probably ready for after the Romania game. We didn't have to get through that much work without the ball. But it's going to be another big step up from the challenge that Romania threw at us. Hugo,
Charles Piatow named at 15. He's got a special highlight reel. What do you expect from him on that backline?
Yeah, he's a serious player, isn't he? He's a real danger threat for them, and he's shown it for years now. He's well experienced, so they've, as Simon was saying, they've threats across their backline and in the pack in that back row. So we've gotten to familiarise ourselves with a few of them this week, but we've known of some of their threats for years now.
If you can just pass the mic forward, sorry.
Hi Simon, Michael Dennon, RTE. No, just wondering, slightly late out to the field today, was that to curtail the time spent in the heat, or was there any issues there?
No, as far as I'm aware, there's no issues. I didn't know that we were late, but I mean the heat is still something that we have to be aware of. It's not something that's going to be an issue tomorrow night, hopefully, in terms of the kick-off time. But we tend to not always use the whole period of captain's run, just depending on how the players are feeling and what we need to get through. So no, there's no reason for that.
Tadhg, can you just compare the conditions there today and last week? Is it worse? Are you very used to it at this stage?
I was thinking of putting a jumper on today, compared to what we're used to. So, although it is hot, you recognise it's hot. It doesn't feel hot compared to it. It's like an oven, you know what I mean, or someone blowing a hairdryer in your face the last few weeks.
Thank you.
Hi, James from Sky Sports News. I guess the team selected shows just how much Ireland as a squad respect Tonga.
Bossman, I don't pick the team. I think everyone's just delighted to get another opportunity. It's a privilege to play, and of course we respect Tonga and their players. And I always you think of where they're coming in from, and it's their first game of the World Cup, but the players that play all over the world really, and it must be special for them to get their countrymen in a room and gel and bond for a prolonged pre-season. We're very lucky we get to do it majority of the time in Ireland, but it's a special tournament for them, and to spend it with their countrymen for a long time. So of course we respect them.
Hugo, has it been easy to take it one game at a time when you know what you've got in store over the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think it has. I know. Throughout the pool, there's tough games coming up, but Tonga are serious side, serious threats and individuals across the team. So we're only looking at them, only focusing on this week.
Thank you.
Hugo, can I just ask you about the kicking game? We've seen in all the big games over the last week how important it is strategically. How much work are you putting in your opposition analysis, preparing for that specific element of the game?
Yeah, it's already been a huge part, hasn't it? I think from the very first game, that France-New Zealand side, they set the standard with it. Yeah, it's something I suppose I've been working on individually over the last year or two, but we've been working on it as a team collectively over the last couple of weeks and months, just because it is such a big area of the game, and introducing that 50-22 rules probably brought it to another level, and it's going to be an important factor over the next couple of weeks.
Simon, can I just ask, from your point of view, with the importance of the same thing and the amount of work that you have to put into how you use the backfield and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'd say Hugo's been probably modest in terms of he and the back three guys are excellent in terms of taking ownership of that area, not only what's coming at us, but where we can identify where there might be space or opportunities in our attacking kicking game. So yeah, it's clearly a major part of the game. And like Hugo said, we've seen the use of the boot. The ball seems to be travelling a little bit further, according to the statisticians. But it is a really crucial part of the game, and it's not just the guys who are kicking the ball; it's the guys who are chasing. It's a team it's a team element that we need to make sure that we stay on top of. Tonga have a couple of really good individual kickers in their team that can also put us under pressure. So yeah, it's a big part of the game, and one that, to be fair, the players take massive ownership in driving the standards.
Thank you. Just quickly pass these along.
Tadhg, just wondering how you feel about facing this Tongan front row. Apparently they weigh in at 387 kilos.
Sometimes in scrummaging there's no replacement for displacement. Where weight makes it heavy, it makes it hard because of the nature of it. And look, it's a big challenge. They have a big pack, and we have to be technically good.
What does the squad take from the Samoa game here a couple of weeks ago? Obviously that game was fixed with this game in mind.
There's a lot to learn in it. You know what I mean? We probably came off best in a few contact areas. Rain made it hard. You know what I mean? So there's always stuff you can come out of it. But I think the way the lads stuck in there and found a way to get the result was the biggest thing for us. And look, we know it's not easy. Nothing's easy. Rugby ain't easy. And it's just about sticking in there and taking your moments when they come.
Thank you.
Yeah, Frankie from Rugby News Service. Do you reckon performances such as Uruguay's last night gives encouragement to teams maybe like Tonga that they can take the #1 team head on? Probably for you, Simon.
I think I think we all probably watched that game last night and were really impressed with the way Uruguay played. They didn't give France a moment to settle into the game and get into their rhythm, and they played some really good attacking rugby themselves. So yeah, listen, we know, like Tadhg said, these teams have limited time together outside of World Cup cycles, and then in World Cup cycle they get that 10-12 week period together, and they become real quality outfits. And it's other times of the 4-year cycle, they probably get by virtue of the way that things are, they get little time together and they don't have that time to gel. But we know that the likes of Uruguay and other teams in those positions become stronger and stronger in this period, and we're expecting a similar type of game tomorrow night in terms of the way Tonga want to play. They attack well, but they'll certainly want to come and hit and put us off our rhythm.
Thank you. One more question here.
Hi, Loïc Folio, West France. Your guys are going to play in Nantes tomorrow. We were in Brittany. So 15,000 Irish fans are expected in the stadium. What can you tell the people of the city of Nantes about the atmosphere for tomorrow in the city and in the stadium?
Lads. Yeah, I suppose I got my first experience of the travelling support in a World Cup last week. I think there was green all over the stadium. And yeah, we're hoping for the same tomorrow here in Nantes. And by the sounds of it, lots of Irish have travelled, and I know I have family over, and we're really lucky to have that support. And it's a great sort of help for us as a team to galvanise us, and it really makes a difference. So it's exciting for us, and hopefully it's exciting for the people of Nantes as well to host it.